Hello YouTube, Canadian Edge here, and it is time for a knife review. And it's been a little while since I've had a Kershaw on the table, and so the Kershaw we're going to look at today, it is the Kershaw Lithium. And this little guy is, well, he's not so little, has a blade length of 3.25 inches. Open, it is 7.5 inches, and closed 4.25 inches. The steel on it, it is an 8CR 13 MOV, and it is a reverse tanto. The weight of it is 3.4 ounces, and the handle, it is the stainless steel with the glass-filled nylon on top to give it a little different look. It has reversible pocket clip on it, and it is tip up and deep carry. It is a flipper opening, and it, of course, like a lot of Kershaws, has the speed safe assist opening on it as well. It is a frame lock, and unlike a lot of frame lock knives, I find that I can do this one quite well without pinching the frame lock, and find that this works pretty good. And because of flipper opening in that it is ambidextrous, and the reversible pocket clip. It also has some jimping on the back there, just a short little jimping, and a little bit on the flipper tab there, and also on the lock. So there is a bit of on the flipper tab just to give you a little grip when you're opening the knife. And it also has kind of a choil there that you could use. Just the way this knife is designed, it does allow you to get a different grip on here, and a little bit of a thumb ramp as well, which prevents your thumb from sliding forward along with the jimping. The blade play on this, there is a slight blade play from side to side, but nothing up and down. And I haven't got around to it yet, maybe I will. But it doesn't quite line up. It still deploys fine, but it's off to the left side, so at some point I'll have to line that up so that the blade's in the center. And I don't know if it'll affect the way it works or not, because it deploys fine as it is right now, but it just looks better if your blade's lined up. So at some point I will do that. So this is an interesting little knife. Let's do some size comparisons on it. We have the Ontario Rat 2, and you can see they are pretty close. The Lithium is a little bit bigger, and we've got the Benchmade Bug Out, and they are basically the same size. So give you a little bit of an idea on the size. I do have a couple more we'll take a quick look at here. We've got the Spyderco Tenacious. So it's a bit bigger, a little more length. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And the Civivi Cogent. And it's got a bit of length compared to the Lithium, so a little bit longer. So the Lithium is a bit of a mid-sized knife. And sharp wise, let's see what this thing does, how the edge is on it. One thing I'll say about Civivi, because that goes through pretty darn easy, is that Civivi uses a lot of 8CR 13, but I find that they deliver it sharp. It I don't know that I've had to sharpen any out of the box yet of the Kershaw knives. They usually come pretty good and sharp. So good to you, Kershaw, for making these sharp. Let's see how it does with the zip tie. Yeah, no problem. Goes through the zip tie pretty darn easy. We've got a little bit of nylon cording and makes quick work of that, and this fake paracord stuff, yeah, it goes through that pretty darn easy. So it has a good edge on it, and as most of you know, if you're familiar with steels, the 8CR might not carry an edge for a longest time, but it is easy to sharpen, and it does hold an edge. Depending on what you're doing with your knife, it'll hold it for a decent amount of time. So, but easy to sharpen when it gets dull. So one of the things about this knife, I like to find knives that look a little bit interesting to me, and I thought this one had an interesting look to it. I believe in the unboxing I said it has kind of a techie space age look to it. Looks like something you might see in a Star Trek movie or something like that. I like the aesthetics of this knife. I don't know how long this is. Well, it's fastened to a stainless steel liner, which, by the way, is slightly milled. The liners in there, the stainless steel liners, do have a bit of milling in them. Not a whole lot, but a bit. But this is fastened to the handle or the other liners. So it does have support, so it's not going to just break off of there. But yeah, I just kind of like the look of it. It had a little different look. I like the reverse tanto and the swedge up here at the top, and just kind of the angle of it. It gave it a little different look from a lot of the knives that are on the market at this present time, and so I thought, you know what, I like this. I'm gonna try it out and see what it's like, and so far it's good. So not only is it an interesting, good-looking knife, it is functional as well, and the ergonomics on this are quite nice. Actually, I've used this for opening boxes and that. It's a great box cutter. This works fantastic. So if you're a person who works in a warehouse or something and you're opening and cutting boxes and that, this would work really well for you. It'd be a good design. The flatter blade in that, it works really well. Opens letters nicely, opens the different packages nicely, so it works well that way. It's good for slicing, and yeah, really comfortable knife in the hand. It feels good in the pocket. Nice slim design, so it fits the pocket really well, which I like. I don't like big bulky knives in my pocket, and so this fits good. It would be nice. It just fits in really well. So, and it has a good grip. You get a good purchase on it. The little bit of a thumb ramp there, and the jimping. You get a good solid grip. Holding it this way, you get a good solid grip. It's comfortable in the hand, so that's nice. And it fits the hand if you have a little bigger hand, because my hand's a medium size. So if you have a little bit bigger hand, there's still a little bit of room at the end there that a bigger hand would still be able to get, I think, a 4-finger grip, depending on how big your hands are. But it fits well into your hand and is comfortable in the hand. And it's comfortable when you're using it. You got good control of it. And as we've seen, it comes nice and sharp out of the box. So that's a plus as well. I like the pivot caps, look good, and just, yeah, all around interesting knife. Couple of the things I don't really like, and you've heard this from me before if you watch my videos, is the pocket clip. I wish it was countersunk. It's a little bit of wear and tear on the pocket. Nothing crazy, but it does do some wear and tear, so it'd be nice if they countersunk that, but at least they countersunk the screws that hold it in. And also, when it is open, I don't know if you can see this, but the pocket clip, when it's in your hand, if you can see it moving there, it's not a big deal. It definitely doesn't affect the operation of the knife. It's just you notice it when you squeeze with your hand, it clicks, and you can feel the pocket clip moving under your hand there when you squeeze. So I don't know if over time that's going to loosen up the pocket clip or not. It's fine when it's closed, because then the frame lock is pushing against it and has nowhere to go. But when it's open, then the frame lock, of course, goes down a bit and the pocket clip can slide. So, like I say, it doesn't affect the operation of the knife. It's just kind of weird when you grip it and you feel that clicking underneath your hand. So, but other than that, I found the knife to be very operational, very good. I've found Kershaw to be reliable, especially if you're a person that, you look for budget knives or a budget knife and can't afford to put out big bucks for some of the fancier knives, but you want a knife that works and is going to last and reliable. I found Kershaw knives to fit that bill, and so they are a good, trustworthy knife company, and you can trust their products to do the job. So I would recommend this as an everyday carry for somebody. And like I say, especially if you work in a warehouse or something, you might find the design of this to be especially beneficial. Instead of carrying a utility knife or X-Acto knife, you might find this to be a good replacement, and it works well for other little jobs as well. All right, so that is the Kershaw Lithium. Thank you for joining me on this review. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, leave me a comment, feel free to subscribe, and I will do another review here in a couple days. Until then, you stay safe and stay sharp.